Hello everyone, it's the Emperor Nosh, and we are back again to check out what the next upcoming anime season has to offer. That being the fall 2023 anime season, which is the last anime season of 2023 before we head off to 2024. So to do that, we are back on the AniChart.net website, one of my favorite sources to find out what the next upcoming anime actually is. Without further ado, let's check out what the next upcoming anime season has to offer. Alright, to start us off, we have Hate no Yusha no Nari Gari Season 3, aka Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3. We already knew this was coming. They announced Season 2 and Season 3 kind of back to back. Way back when. I don't remember back when, but they announced it. Obviously a lot of things to say. A lot of people didn't really like Season 2, so who knows how Season 3 is gonna be. Just, you know, off the tip right here. But let's see, there is a synopsis. The third season of Rising the Shield Hero, after defeating the Spirit Tortoise, which definitely happened in Season 2. That's the arc a lot of people didn't really like. I like the arc a little after that, though. Now Fumi has no time for rest. An attack from the next Guardian Beast is imminent, but the three other Cardinal heroes have gone missing. So now Fumi and his party set out to search for the legendary trio. Okay, so the other Cardinal heroes disappeared, and he's out on the search to find them. I don't know how well this is going to be. The image looks okay. It looks like there's some kind of like dragon of sorts. But, you know, Rising Shield Hero Season 3. If you did happen to enjoy Season 2, or you want to, you know, fill that box, because, you know, you watched every other season so far, so you just want to keep going, odds are you're probably going to watch this and check this out. Let's go ahead and move on. Right here. Spy Family Season 2. They announced this, and then they announced a movie, I believe. I think it was like Code White or something. I don't remember exactly, but the movie apparently is like a December thing, I guess. And so this season is coming out. Yeah, this season is coming out in here in October, so 19 days from now. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You watch the other ones, you probably will watch it. It's a pretty adorable show. It's pretty great. Has the, you know, the whole mix of action and kind of like slice of life feels and whatnot. So action, comedy, slice of life, supernatural, you know. So yeah, if you enjoyed the first season of Spy Family, you probably will enjoy this. This is part 2. Oh no, this is the second season following part 2. Yeah, it's kind of weird how they have it, because they had Spy Family part 1, part 2. Now they have the second season. And then they have the movie, so. Okay, moving on. We haven't seen much of Goblin Slayer in a while, have we? I think the last time we heard anything was 2020. So it's been like 3 years, and so we're finally getting a Season 2. I still gotta watch the Goblin Crown before I even watch this. I need to make sure I do that before 2 weeks from now. Hopefully it's not that long, but I haven't watched it. That's the sequel for normal Goblin Slayer. So I have to check that out. I don't think the studio changed or anything. So far, I've seen pretty similar studios. Action, adventure, fantasy. Had a very controversial first episode. I remember that. They had the whole, you know, detail in the beginning of the episode. So it caused a lot of controversy, but honestly, kind of fun. Kind of fun show. Outside of that. That part wasn't fun, but it was unexpected. All right, moving on. Yes. So this is Eminence in Shadow, second season. We just had the ending of Season 1 about a month or 2 ago, I believe, right? Or is it 3? I think it was probably like 3 months ago, I guess. But anyway, we knew this was coming. Second season. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as long as Season 1, apparently. They had a world premiere of this. Anime Expo. Yes, they did. Okay. But yes, second season. I'm looking forward to it. Just the pure underrated, just, you know, bullshit that happens when Sid shows up, or I should say Shadow shows up. Because it's all the bullshits with Shadow. Sid does some bullshit, but you know. And of course the iconic at this point, I am atomic. Always just love just seeing that over, you know, seeing that several times over and over again, just because of the, you know, the pure feeling to it, and then the whisper feeling to it. Like they had that whisper sound effect. Such a good thing. Okay, Studio Nexus. I don't know if that's changed, but there's a synopsis. The second season of Eminence and Shadow. Everything has been going according to plan, but the hour of awakening draws near. Sid Kagano and Shadow Garden investigate the lawless city, a cesspool where the red moon hangs low in the sky, and three powerful monarchs rule the streets. The true draw for Sid, however, is the one who can draw blood, the Blood Queen. The one who can draw blood. The Blood Queen, a vampire, has slumbered in her coffin for eons. Oh, okay. Draw out the Blood Queen. Okay, that was a weird phrasing. Her awakening approaches, and Sid could finally face a day of reckoning. That sounds like fun, and sounds like we have some kind of like vampire theme on this one. I don't know what to expect at this point, considering how season 1 went. Hopefully we have some more I am atomic shenanigans, because always a great time. I'm looking forward to this. Definitely having this on my watch list. Went into season 1 thinking that it would be fun, and it ended up being even more than that. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, Studio Madhouse. Yes, Madhouse has this one. This one I've heard a lot of people talking about. Let me get the English name. Okay, Frin Beyond Journey's End is the English name. All right. Adventure, drama, fantasy. I think that the first episode is going to be like, I don't remember how long. After looking it up, the first episode is supposed to be like 2 hours long, which isn't crazy. Like, you think that an hour long, like Oshinoko had, is crazy, but 2 hours? Jeez, are they trying to do some kind of setup? But adventure, drama, fantasy. Let's look at the synopsis here. The adventure is over, but life goes on for an elf mage just beginning to learn what living is all about. Elf mage Frin, I probably butchered that, and her courageous fellow adventurers have defeated the Demon King and brought peace to the land. But Frin will long outlive the rest of her former party. How will she come to understand what life means to the people around her? Decades after their victory, the funeral of one of her friends confronts Frin with her own near immortality. Frin sets out to fulfill the last wishes of her comrades and finds herself beginning a new adventure. You know, that sounds really interesting, because I don't think they've touched on that kind of thing. What happens, you know, like an elf in a party, and, you know, because they have a long lifespan. So that's very interesting. It's by Madhouse Studios too. So it's going to probably look really good. I think I really want to check this out and see how this goes, because I'm also interested in the plot of this. Just to see where it goes, where we're headed with this, because it has a very interesting theme to it. So I'll probably be checking this one out. Let's move along. Yep. Yeah, we know this one was coming too. The second core of Dr. Stone New World, after they left us off essentially on that cliffhanger last time. I want more. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to see what happens next. Enough said. If you watch part 1, you're probably going to watch part 2, because you got to see more. I love Dr. Stone, so I'm going to keep going with that one as well. All right, next up, we have from OLM and Toho Animation. Oh, Toho. Okay, so it's kind of a collaboration. Drama mystery. Kusuriya no Hitorigoto. Okay, so that's the Apothecary Diaries. Gotcha. That doesn't tell me much. Let's look at the synopsis. Mahu No lived a peaceful life with her apothecary father until one day she sold as a lowly servant to the emperor's palace. But she wasn't meant for a compliant life among royalty. So when imperial heirs fall ill, she decides to step in and find a cure. This catches the eye of Jinshi, a handsome palace official who promotes her. Now she's making a name for herself solving medical mysteries. Huh. It sounds cool on the surface. I'd probably have to get more info before I decide if I want to watch it. So we'll see where that goes. Not really much to say here. Solving medical mystery sounds cool. That's all I can really say about that one, right? Let's move along. Okay, Tokyo Revengers. So I heard that one's been going on. You know, Tenjiku Hen, aka the third season. I haven't actually seen a single season of this, so I don't really have much to say here. I'll probably check it out one day. I know it's kind of mixed for some people on this show. But if you know anything about it and think I should check it out, please leave me a comment in the, leave me a comment below and tell me what you think about Tokyo Revengers. Let's move on. Okay. They announced this a long time ago. The Farway Paladin Season 2. I think it's Farway Paladin. Yep, Farway Paladin, Lord of the Rust Mountain. This show is kind of interesting. I didn't expect it to get a season 2 back then when they announced it, but I'm not against it. Like, it's not exactly something I'm like, super excited for, but it was pretty good. I would say it was pretty good. Action, adventure, fantasy, mystery, psychological. They just threw on every tag, it seems like. All right, so the second season of Faraway Paladin, 2 years had passed since he left the City of the Dead, and Will was 17 by count. As a lord, he developed Torchport, a river port of light. And gradually the people's activities and smiles returned to Beastwoods. However, out-of-season flowers bloom profusely, and an abnormality is discovered in the forest. Will and his friends head into the depths of the forest to solve this problem and receive an ominous prophecy from the king of the forest. In the Iron Rust Mountains, the fire of black calamity will occur. The fire will spread. Fire will spread, or it will burn everything in this land. What is this calamity that sleeps in the ruined dwarven city of Tetsusabi San Makeo? Miyaku. Okay. All right. I forgot he became a lord. It's been a while since I've seen season 1. So I forgot he became a lord. OLM again. That's the second time I've seen OLM. And they're kind of with Sunrise Beyond. I don't know if that has any particular meaning, aka that OLM is not able to handle right now itself, because it seems to be collaborating with another studio for the first 2 I've seen. So hope for the best on that, I guess. I will check it out. I've already seen season 1. Like I said, I'm not like excited about it, but I'll probably go ahead and check it out and see where it goes. On this season. Season 2 was all right, like I said. All right. Next one, we have Undead Unluck by David Productions. I feel like I heard that in the past, but not much recently. Action, comedy, sci-fi, supernatural. Yeah, I heard... There's something I remember hearing about this one. Oh, now I remember. The opening song is going to be done by Queen Bee. You know, the one that did the ending song for Oshinoko recently. It didn't have I never heard of really, I kind of heard of Queen Bee before, but I never like got attention to it until I seen the Oshinoko ending. So I'm interested to see how this opening goes for this one too. Just without even looking at this. So let's see, checking out the synopsis. All Fuko wants is a passionate romance like the one in her favorite shoujo manga. Okay, that's starting off interesting. Unfortunately, her unluck ability makes that impossible. Unluck ability, huh? But just as Fuko hits rock bottom, Andy sweeps her off her feet, literally. Now she's become Andy's unwilling test subject as he works to find a way to trigger a stroke of unluck big enough to kill him for good. However, when the pair discovers a secret organization is hunting them, it puts Andy's burial plans on hold. So, a girl with the unluck ability and a guy that wants enough unluck to kill him. But there's also a secret organization hunting them. So, okay. I'd have to probably check out things about this, aka like the trailer and whatnot, to see how this is. It sounds interesting on the surface. And again, I'm kind of interested in the opening, so I'll probably check out at least the opening if I don't check out the anime, but it sounds interesting. All right, moving on. We've got this one. Kekken Zumi na Kimi to Kekken Zero na Ore ga Otsuki Usikai Suru Hanashi. Okay, so it's our dating story, the Inexperienced You and the Inexperienced Me. I feel like I've seen something about this recently. I follow a lot of like anime stuff, so okay, drama, romance, slice of life. Okay. The story centers on the relationship between Ryuto Kashima, a gloomy social outcast. That's been a pretty common, I'd call that a common trope in these rom-coms lately. Or just romance in general, I should say. And Runa Shirakawa, a popular girl at school. Yeah, there we go. It reminds me, that already gives me the vibes of freaking that married couple one from several seasons ago. The relationship begins when Ryoto has to ask Runa out as part of a losing game. And she ends up going out with him after saying, well, I'm free now after all. They have completely different social circles and completely different hobbies. But as they hang out with each other, they begin recognizing and even accepting those differences as something to bond over. That first part reminds me of the My Girlfriend is a Gal, that one from like a long time ago. He essentially asks her out because of a game and ends up in a relationship. So similar starting synopsis. So not much to say, you know, romantic slice of life. I'll probably check it out. I've watched a lot of these, so it's just why not see if there's anything that different that comes out of it. Similar synopsis to a lot of them, so it's pretty, I would say pretty generic overall. And I don't think I've ever heard of the studio NG. If I have, future me will probably tell me. So not much to say there. All right, Girlfriend season 2, the one I don't think anybody really expected to get a season 2. I didn't expect it to. I watched season 1. It's one of those very, it didn't have an ecchi tag on here, but I'm pretty sure it had quite a bit of ecchi, I'm pretty sure. Comedy, romance, slice of life. Synergy SP. I think that's the same one. The second season of Girlfriend, after their hot springs trip, Naoya continues his relationship with both Saki and Nagisa. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's dating both of them essentially. Bringing, I don't know how the girlfriend agreed to that still. I really don't, but I guess it's anime. Can't question it. Bringing along Milika, who kissed Naoya, and Shino, who secretly has romantic feelings for Naoya. I'm saying it wrong. Naoya, yeah. They embark on a summer vacation full of romance with fireworks, festival, camping, and Okinawa. Wait, is this entire season a beach episode? That's taking it a little far, isn't it? Like, we have the obligatory beach episodes, but if you made the entire season a beach episode, doesn't that make the entire season an obligatory beach season instead? That's a new one. Milika's younger sister Risa also appears, making the romance in this neo-standard rom-com heat up even more. Are we adding a fifth? A season 2 filled with summer and swimsuits is about to begin. Yeah, I think the entire season is just literally beach and summer. That's kind of unexpected. I don't think I've heard of that in a while. Usually that it's just like the one episode, you know, or then again, they probably hit that trope several times in season 1. They had the hot springs, remember? Hot springs trip here. I'll probably check it out because why not? Moving on. Okay, let me use. Okay. Kimi no koto ga daisuki na 100 ni no kanojo. I think isn't this the girlfriends that really, really like. Yes, the 100 girlfriends that really, 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 really love you. That's 5 reallys. I don't know why. I think they have to emphasize on really. Comedy romance. Bibbery Animation Studios. Sounds like a typical romantic comedy. I think it's missing a harem tag though, because it said girlfriends. I think they leave off tag. Should I just add it here? Oh, that's not an add button. Aijo Rentaro tried and tried again, but after asking 100 girls out on a date, he was rejected every single time. You know, that's tough, man. In desperation, he prays for guidance, only to be told by a god that his rejections were due to some cosmic error. Now the god is going to set things right by making sure that Aijo gets 100 dates. Except as things often do with gods, the dates come with the catch. 100 girls are destined to be Aijo's soulmate, and unless he returns their feelings each and every time, they'll die in horrible accidents. Sure enough, girls start confessing their love to Aijo left and right. But how is he supposed to choose? He doesn't want to kill anyone. When he looks at each potential soulmate, it feels like a bolt of lightning. Can someone really love 100 other people? This hilarious romantic comedy takes the harem concept for a wild extreme. Yeah, see, where's the harem tag? You know, that actually, like, I didn't expect the part where it's like, oh, here's the catch. If you don't, you know, return their feelings, they're gonna die in a horrible accident. That was not expected when I heard this title, period. That's a pretty wild harem. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out because I'm curious. I mean, there isn't any like indication on the tags nor the art style that anybody's actually gonna die. So I think it will be fine on that end, and I don't know where the trope will go on that end, but you know, sounds cool to check out at least to see where it goes and see if it can be an interesting concept for the plot. Let's move on. All right, we got No Hashi Ran no Kinden Sururi. Dio Media. Yes, that's I heard of that one. I think it's something along the lines of like Deranged Detective. I couldn't quite get the right title on here. Drama mystery. Unusual duo brings the hidden truth into light. Ron Kamanohashi, a private investigator with serious issues, and Totomaru Ishiki, a pure-hearted but dim police. Dim police? You mean like dim-witted? Police detective. Team up to solve the most baffling mysteries. A thrilling detective story for a new generation from Akira Amano, creator of Reborn and Eldive. Okay. So this is by the same creators as Reborn and Eldive. Did I watch either of those two? The answer is no, I did not. We'll see. I'm not sure I'm going to check this out. It doesn't really call me as much, and I don't know if you know, even the trailer is going to call me on this one. Let's go on. Okay. Hametsu no Okoku Yokohama Animation Lab. These studio names. Oh, Kingdoms of Ruin. I think I've heard a little bit about this one. Didn't they? Wasn't this one? This one's announced a long time ago. Action drama fantasy. Okay. Witches once blessed the human race with wisdom and peace. But the Radia Empire's gear expansion brought about culture of science that far surpassed magic, and witches were viewed as enemies, impeding the progress of civilization. Thus began the witch hunts. Oh, we're back to the witch hunts again. Freaking Salem again. One human named Adonis, who was raised by a witch named Chloe, swears revenge against the human race that took his beloved mentor from him. What salvation can be found at the end of a bloodbath fueled by utter despair? That kind of sound interesting. So, essentially, human raised by a witch, and they essentially killed his mentor, so he wants to get revenge. I like myself a good revenge story, so why not? I don't know how far it's gonna go. Is it gonna be more manipulation tactics? Is it gonna just be straight up bloody killings? That's a good question. So probably give it a few episodes to see how it goes. Moving on, we got Watashi no Oshi wa Akuyoku Reijo. Platinum Vision Studios. Don't think I've heard of that one much. Yeah, we keep bringing these back. This is the I Am in Love with the Villainous. So we've been getting a lot of these, aren't we, lately? Like Otome, main character is the villainous kind of thing. Like it became a new genre all on its own at this point. Comedy, fantasy, romance. I don't mind though. I've been enjoying these villainous stories. Like we had this one from this season. I think it's like My Life as a Villainous or something. I can't remember quite right now, but the story of a reincarnated gamer pursuing her villainous lady love at a fantasy girls academy. Ordinary office worker Ohashire has just woken up in the body of the protagonist of her favorite girl's Otome game, Revolution. To her delight, the first person to greet her is her favorite character, Claire Francois, who just so happens to be the main antagonist of the story. Wait, what? Now, Ray is determined to do whatever, what the game never allowed. Romance Claire instead of one of the male leads. But how will her villainous lady love react to that? Oh, so is this a Yuri? You guys need to add all the tags, man. Because this looks like it's going to be a Yuri anime at this point. If you're going to try to romance, female romance the female, right? Like, so essentially, she wants to romance the main antagonist. So instead of being the villainous, she just wants to romance the villainous. That sounds like a interesting ride to me, and I've been enjoying the villainous genre, so let's keep going with it. All right, moving on. Finally, this is coming out, huh? This is the Saint's magic powers omnipotent. They announced season 2 like way back. It's finally here. I didn't start season 1 probably until a little bit in, and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I thought it was just, pretty at the beginning, but I ended up enjoying season 1. Fantasy romance, slice of life, Diomedia Studios. Let's see. All right, second season of the Saint's magic powers omnipotent. Saint, an office worker in her 20s, was suddenly summoned to another world as a saint, taking advantage of her natural love of plants. She started working at a medical plant research institute. In addition, Say's evaluation explodes when she activates a tremendously powerful purification magic in monster subjugation. Being officially recognized as a saint, she gains people's respect as the savior of the kingdom of Salutania. Those who watch over and support her are Johan and Jude from the Research Institute, Yuri from the Imperial Court Mage Division, and Albert Hawk, the Ice Knight, who's attracted to each other. Wait, what? Albert Hawk, the Ice Knight, who is attracted to each other but is still less than a lover. Even after becoming the most important person in the kingdom, Say remains obsessed with research. But her relationship with Albert gradually deepens, and there's a new development in their love story. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Reincarnation. Will I check it out? Probably watch the first one. It's, pretty, I would say pretty generic overall. Isekai generic. Dead Mount Deathplay second core. Yep. I feel like this is highly underrated. No lie. I feel like this is highly underrated. I mean, it's an isekai, but I don't know. I feel like it has like a lot of little different things to it. But I still think it's highly underrated. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Because it's pretty low on this list, and usually this list is, filtered by popularity. So it's pretty low. So I'm kind of surprised. I guess maybe there's just not enough people who enjoyed season 1. But if you watched, well, not season 1, part 1, I should say. This is only part 2. There's no second season yet. So if you watched part 1, probably like part 2. I really liked the opening and endings to part 1. So hopefully some good openings and endings for that. So not much to really touch on that. If I ever get into actually making more anime-based videos, then I could talk about it a little bit more. But in this point, not right now. So let us move on. I'm excited for this one regardless of it being so low on the popularity list here. So I'm going to check it out. Next up, Ragna Crimson. There is some talk about this one for sure. This is another like shonen type thing, I believe, right? Silverlink Studios. Okay, that's a pretty good studio here. Action, adventure, fantasy, mystery. I don't remember if I heard anything specific. First episode aired with a runtime of an hour. Oh, did it already air? They must have had like an early air date or something. Let's see. Dragons rain terror over the earth, sea, and the sky. If sworn dragon hunters like Ragna are to have any hope of dealing death to those seemingly invincible, fire-breathing beasts, they must find a way to level the odds. Ragna teams up with a mysterious man named Crimson, who has likewise sworn to stand against the dragons menacing the world. But although Crimson's motivations may be mysterious, his goal and Ragna's perfectly align. And together, they'll fight to vanquish dragons once and for all. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it is pretty, at the surface level. Seems like a pretty generic, like shonen style anime. Let me see if there's anything that I remember about this. Other than Inori Minase in here, as a character. Oh, plus it's 24 episodes, so that's cool. That means you can enjoy a nice 2-core. And I guess the first episode's an hour long. All right, well, not much to say at this point in time. We'll see how it goes. Check it out and see if it's just a generic, run-of-the-mill thing, or if it's pretty cool. Yes, I kind of was looking forward to this one. I've been seeing this one around for a while, just because I follow one of the VAs, Tomari, on like Twitter and stuff, because I really like them as a VA, so it's pretty cool. They are playing the MC in here, the vampire MC. And this one was titled The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. I thought this was cool. It looks like it's going to have some Yuri vibes, because I did kind of briefly see a trailer before. 3 years into her life as a shut-in, vampire Tera Komari, Gonda's blood, Komari for short, which is funny, Tamari, awakens to find she's been appointed as commander in the Mole Knight Imperial Army. The thing is, her new unit consists solely of belligerent ruffians who revolt against their superiors at the slightest hint of weakness. Although Komari hails from a line of vampires as powerful as they are prestigious, her refusal to drink blood has made her the picture of mediocrity, scrawny, uncoordinated, and inept at magic. With the odds stacked against her, will the help of her trusting and slightly infatuated, there we go, maid, will Vil, oh, her name is Vil, be enough for this recluse to blunder her way to success? Or will Komari rue the day she ever left the safety of her room? Shut-in vampire princess becomes the commander in an army. The army is known to rebel against people that are weak, and the only help she has is her trusty, slightly infatuated maid. Sounds like a wonderful time. I like my vampire anime too, so, and like I said, I enjoy the VA here, the VA doing the MC here, so I'm gonna probably check it out. Project Number 9 Studios. I'm gonna check it out. I've been looking forward to this one and glad it's finally coming. All right, moving on. From this point, this one's coming in about a week. This is, I believe, The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Okay, yes. I have seen this one going around too. Surprised this is airing like so early. It's about a week from now? One of the most powerful demon lords in history has been sealed away for 1,000 years. When he finally awakens, he is reincarnated as a 10-year-old boy. Now under the care of the girl who released him, the demon lord Leonis must navigate the perils of Excalibur Academy. Each episode streamed 1 week early. Original TV broadcast started on October 2023. Why does it say it started on October 3rd? It's not even October 3rd at this point yet. Only September. Hashion Studios. Okay, so essentially, Demon Lord that was sealed away is awakened, reincarnated as a 10-year-old boy, and now under the care of the girl who released him. And now he has to go to school. Well, why not? Even the image looks pretty generic, but you know, I'm a fan of anything magic school wise. I know it's pretty generic, but it's just something I like to watch. So I'll probably check. Oh, I didn't even notice the ecchi tag either. Oh my god, how is that gonna work? It's a 10-year-old boy essentially, man. How is this gonna go? Ecchi fantasy romance. Oh, that's some very interesting tags. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. Alright, Shangri-La Frontier. C2C Studios. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. When was the last time I played a game that wasn't crap? Oh, it's a game world, isn't it? This is a world in the near future where games that use display screens are classified as retro. Wow. Anything that can't keep up with the state-of-the-art VR technology is called a crap game. And you see a large number of crap games coming out. Those who devote their lives to clearing these games are called crap game hunters. And Rakuro Hizotomi is one of them. The game he's chosen to tackle next is Shangri-La Frontier, a god-tier game that has a total of 30 million players. Online friends, an expansive world, encounters with rivals. These are changing Rakudo and the other players' fates. The best game adventure tale by the strongest crap game player begins now. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I'm checking it out, but I don't know what to expect from this at this point. It sounds like it's not going to take itself seriously just from the amount of times they used crap in the synopsis. So that sounds kind of fun as long as it's not taken seriously enough, right? So I don't know what to expect. Let me see if there's any like interesting details to this. Nothing like big to know. I'll probably just see where it goes. Not a guarantee for me, but we'll see where it goes. Next up, we have Kakansha no Maho wa Toku Betsu Desu Arvu animation. Action, adventure, fantasy. Oh, it's a returner's magic should be special. I've seen a few things about this. Oh, Synopsis. Shadow realms have ravaged the earth and decimated almost everyone in their way. The survival of humanity hinges upon the success of just 6 mages, including analytic fighter Desser Herman. Herman? I don't know. The remaining hero should make one final stand to end the bloodshed, but to no avail. Desser closes his eyes on what should be the end of his life, only to open them and see the beginning of his school days. Desser has returned 13 years back to the past, where he's been given another chance. A chance to see the loved ones he's lost. A chance to meet his fellow warriors again. And a chance to save the world. Not much to say here at all, really. Like, the synopsis doesn't tell me much, so something I have to probably look at the trailer for, decide if I'm going to actually watch this. I can't say if I'm interested yet. Not even the art style gives me any vibes that I'd be interested in checking it out. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Boshoku no Berserk. ACGT Studios, which is Berserk of Gluttony. Action, adventure, drama, fantasy, romance. It seems like they just added all the tags. Fate Barbados has never tasted real power. Born with the magical skill Gluttony, he constantly hungers in a way that can't be satiated. and has been shunned and looked down upon his entire life. One day, while working as a gatekeeper for a noble family and fighting a trespassing thief, he discovers gluttony's true power. When he kills somebody, he devours their skills and feeds his gnawing hunger at last. In that grisly realization, fate is awakened to his true potential. How many lives will he feed on to satisfy his hunger? And is the world ready for a frightening warrior become? See, on the surface, that sounds cool. But where is the plot going to be headed with that? That's the question. Because, cool, he has the power to absorb skills of people he essentially kills and absorbs. But where is it going from there? That's the only problem I can see right now is I don't know where it's headed. Where is the plot headed? That's a cool, mechanic that he has. The cool thing that he can do, but it's just like, where are we going with this? Once we know that, I think we can get a better idea of whether this would be good or not. It does sound fun on the surface, so I'll probably check it out. Hopefully the trailer gives me a little bit more of an idea what it's about, though, so I can know if I should be, hyped about this or not. Next. Oh yeah, Mahotsuka no Yome. Ancient Maga's Bride, Season 2, Part 2. Oh, so it's getting a Part 2. I haven't watched the others yet, because I still need to watch the before that, so I haven't, watched after Season 1 yet. Second core, more magical adventures await. All of her new friends. Just how strong will Chise's magic grow? I heard good things about Season 2 already, but I need to catch up on everything first. Drama, fantasy, romance, slice of life. Not much to say. I've seen Studio Kafka, and I'm just, thinking of Star Rail. Alright, well, we're gonna move on. Okay, Huzu Telepath. Like Stardust Telepath or something like that? Close enough, but probably not the exact. Studio Gokumi, comedy slice of life. I like myself some comedy slice of life. So I do say so myself. Konohoshi Umika is a high schooler who's very bad at communicating with others. Same. Feeling almost like an alien trapped on Earth with nowhere to belong. One day she meets a girl who claims to be an actual alien. That's it? It's the only synopsis we're gonna give us. Oh my god. So somebody's bad at communicating with others, apparently meets a girl who claims to be an alien. Okay, that doesn't give me much to go off of. I have to check out things to see where this is gonna end up going. But it looks like one of those cute girls do cute things type anime. That's what it looks like from the image. So that's the only way we can go off of it right now, based off the synopsis. So let me see if there's anything else interesting about this. Besides Miku Ito doing the opening. Not much to say. I guess to add on to the synopsis, it's about Umika trying to be more open and learn how to be more open. So it's kind of I think it sounds like it's gonna be like a more lighthearted, just kind of open up your comfort zone type anime. Which sounds pretty nice. I might have to give this a shot and see where it goes. Okay, project number 9, Ojo to Banken-kun. A girl and her guard dog. Phrasing. Drama, romance. 15-year-old Isaku Senagaki, the granddaughter of the third boss of the Senagaki crime syndicate, just wants to have normal friends and a normal high school romance. She enrolls in a high school far from her hometown. But the overprotective young leader, 26-year-old Keiya Uto, lies about his age and bribes his way into the same school as Isaku. Lies about his age. Okay. Telling Isaku she's too young to fall in love, Keiya is ready to scare off all the boys. But actually, Isaku has had unrequited feelings for Keiya this whole time. Oh. I don't know how it's gonna go. Drama romance, huh? Well, I can see where the drama's coming from. I don't know how you can lie about your age and be a 26-year-old, though. Go back into high school to keep the boys away from her, even though she likes him. I don't know. Well, I don't know if we're going to watch this, but definitely take a look at the trailer and stuff to see what it looks like where it's going to head. We got Shy. I don't know if there's any other meaning to that. Okay, action drama. Art looks kind of interesting. Around the middle of the 21st century, all war on Earth ceased. The sudden widespread appearance of heroes, people with supernatural powers who wish only for peace, has drastically transformed the world. In a world where the heroes of each country work to maintain the newfound peace, the one protecting Japan is a young girl named Shy, who is cripplingly shy. Cripplingly shy. Okay. Not much to say there. I'd have to probably get an idea of what this is actually going to end up being about. Doesn't give me much of anything. Oh, they are heroes. Each country working to maintain. Okay. So she's trying to be a hero, but she's cripplingly shy. I don't know where this is going to go. I have to check out the trailer. See what happens there. Ooh, Silverlink again. Tier Moon, Te, Koko, Monogatari. Something about a story, because I know Monogatari means. Dan Todai, Kara, Hajimaru, Hime, Nos Tensei, Gyakuten. Story. Tier Moon Empire. I think this is one I saw that I was kind of interested in. Drama, fantasy, romance. 20-year-old Princess Mia of the Tier Moon Empire, often scorned as the selfish princess, was executed by guillotine in a rebellion. Oh my god. Next thing she knew, she awoke in her own 12-year-old body with her own blood-stained diary that she kept before she was beheaded, sitting next to her pillow. Given a second chance at life, Mia decides to rebuild the empire for the sake of Tier Moon's future, to save the people from starvation. For all the soldiers who lost their lives in the Civil War, no, everything she does in this life is for the sake of avoiding the guillotine. But for me, this should be a piece of cake. Thus, the useless, cowardly, self-serving princess brings about a miracle after miracle in her great struggle to save herself in this altered history fantasy. So, rebellion guillotines her because she's selfish in her past life. She gets reborn. Essentially, she goes back to the past in a way. But she's reborn in her younger self with all her memories of what happened and also her diary. So now she can try to fix things. It's kind of like similar to somebody that knows the entire Otome game and knows what's coming next kind of thing. It sounds cool enough to check out. I'm a bit interested to see where this will go. And, yeah, I wasn't expecting the guillotine part. Well, I guess we should check that out. Under Ninja. Action comedy. Even in this day and age, ninjas walk among us, hide within plain sight, still waiting for their mission orders. However, for some it takes much longer to receive orders than others. Meet Komo Gakure Kuro, a NEET and a ninja. Ninja NEET? After being a long time without work, he finally receives orders from higher ups, so that's why he became a NEET, because he didn't get any orders for a while. I think that sounds like a fun concept. I have to check out the trailer and whatnot, but I think that sounds like a very fun concept. I have no idea where we'll head from there, though. Like, what kind of orders he's receiving, like how he acts as a ninja, how he acts as a NEET, you know. Kind of have to get the differentiation of how he's going to be as a ninja. Is it going to be that guy right there that has his arms out in the picture? All right, next. Zero-G Digital Network Animation. Konyaku Haki Sareta Reijo wo Hirota ore ga ikenai koto wo oshikomu. Comedy, fantasy, romance, slice of life. So rom-com, fantasy, and slice of life. Oh, I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I found or something a crash course in naughtiness. Oh, I remember seeing this title now. I didn't realize this was that one and that it was coming out now. Okay, let's see the synopsis on this. Deep in the forest lives Alan, a misanthropic wizard. He's called Demon Lord and feared by those around him. One day, while living out his life as a hermit, finds a young girl named Charlotte who collapsed on the horse. Although innocent, she was accused of committing evil deeds, had her engagement annulled, and was forced to flee her country. Upon hearing that, Alan recalled the bitter experience of being betrayed by a party he once believed to be his companions. Hearing the story of the 17-year-old's exploitation, Alan decides, I'll let her live in my mansion, and I'll teach her all sorts of bad things. I don't know what to expect, but I think they're going to take a fun approach to it. I don't really see like an ecchi tag, so I don't think they're going to go like that far, but they're going to joke around about, as the, title stated, naughtiness, about the bad jokes. So I think this is going to be like one of those not take seriously rom-com anime. I think it'll be kind of a fun ride. Who knows? I think it'll be fun to check out and see where it goes. Typhoon graphics. Bokensha ni Naritai to Miyaku no Deteta Musume ga S rank ni Nateta. Oh, my daughter left the nest and returned as an S rank adventurer. The life of an adventurer isn't always a glamorous one. Belgrave finds out the hard way when a deadly encounter robs him of his leg and the ability to pursue his dreams not long after setting off for fame and fortune. But fate isn't finished with his retired adventurer. While gathering herbs in the wilderness, he discovers an abandoned baby girl and names her Angeline after deciding to raise her as his own. Angeline grows up to become a top-tier adventurer in her own right, yet after venturing out into the world and making a name for herself, fame, fortune, and power hold no allure for the accomplished S-rank adventurer. Her heartfelt wish is for nothing more than to see her father again. Not much to say. Not like anything striking on the surface. It could be good, because I said the same thing about the that healer anime from last season, where I'm just like, on the surface it doesn't seem very good. I gave it a watch. I really loved that. I really loved it. I did enjoy that one, so who knows if I check this out, maybe it's better than I expect it to be. We'll have to find out. Right now it doesn't call me, so. Okay, this is a very weird one. Buta no liver wa Kanetsushiro, project number 9. Eat the pig liver, the story of a man that turned into a pig. Comedy fantasy. An unappealing otaku awakens in the body of a pig after he passes out while eating raw pig liver. I don't know if that's a good thing. Pig finds himself in the company of Jess, an innocent girl who can read people's minds, and she accepts him despite his boorish thoughts. Although she does plan to eat him, I don't know what to say about that. When Jess is in danger of succumbing to a dark destiny, can Pig save her using only his quick wits, wisdom, and refined sense of smell? I don't know what to say. Other than that, I know some of the VAs that are in this. I'm pretty sure the female is Tomari, one I mentioned before. And the pig is actually the pig is actually Matsuoka. AKA, if you've seen Sword Art Online Kirito's VA, he's everywhere. He is everywhere. Matsuoka is everywhere. And he does a good job. He's in Bleach. He plays Asnorat in Asnot, or whatever. I don't know how to say it. In Bleach as well. So his range is pretty good too. He's in a lot of things. Now, this synopsis is very strange. I do not know if this is going to be good or not. I kind of want to check it out just because the VAs alone. Let me see if there's anything else interesting about this. Oh, the opening is being sung by Asuka. Okay. I don't know, man. I have to check it out, though, because the opening's good. The VAs are pretty good. I have to see where this is headed. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on this one, man. I guess we gotta check it out. Deko Kobo Majo no Oyako Jijo. A-Real Studios, Comedy Fantasy. Okay, the family circumstances of the Mismatch witches. Story centers on Alisa, who's a witch who lives alone in a forest. One day she finds a human baby, and she names her Viola. Alisa raises Viola for 16 years. But Viola grows beyond even Alisa's imagination. Comedy series focuses on the parent and child relationship where appearances are deceiving as to who is the parent and who is the child. That sounds kind of funny. Sounds kind of funny for sure. I don't know. It might be pretty good. It sounds very wholesome. Bokura no Amero Protocol. Quad Studios. Our Rainy Protocol. Drama. Story centers on Shun Tokinoya, second-year high school student living with his mother and younger sister. After his father's death in an accident and his sister's injury, he quit the game he was passionate about and now works at an esports cafe. Oh, esports anime, huh? Called Fox One. He spends all his time studying and working part-time while hanging out with his childhood gaming friends. Suddenly learns that Fox One has a huge amount of debts. In order to repay the debts, Shun and his friends aim to win the Zexarion Championship and win the prize money. With a sense of guilt, Shun jumps back into the world of online games and is confronted by Bakuretsu-kun, who used to play the game with him. Okay, I didn't expect an esports anime style thing here. Might be interesting to check out to see where it goes. I'm typically not interested in esports, but you never know, it's an anime form. Toaru Osan no VR MMO Katsudok. We've been getting a lot of game anime. I've been seeing less isekai and more game. I know some people say they're the same, but a playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life, I don't know, man. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. New type of VR MMO called One More Free Life Online is out. He logs in as a young boy avatar called Earth. Okay. Taichi Tanaka, 38, single, has a regular office job and enjoys playing video games. In a world where the player is free to do as they wish, she decides to master a skill that's been deemed to be useless. He makes potions that are too much of a hassle to make, cooks food that is excessively too good, and uses bizarre, original weapons to hunt monsters. The first 2 episodes were exclusively shown at a world premiere in Berserk 2023 in July as part of a special anime program. Okay. So we might get the first 2 episodes early, who knows? I mean, even the art style's pretty generic. Who knows if I have time? I tend to like this kind of thing, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, next. Idolmaster! Yeah, we just got an Idolmaster, the Cinderella Girls U149 a couple seasons ago. This is Idolmaster Million Live. I know I've been hearing about this one coming out. I am an Idol watcher, Idol fan. I watch a lot of the Love Live. I watch, that kind of stuff. So I'll probably check this out. Mirai Kasuga, who wants to carry on a dream she has yet to see. Shizuka Mogami, who yearns to be an idol and is shaken. Tsubasa Ibuki, who does not know what she can be serious about. At 765 production, new other idols gather, and everyone's dreams will be brought into balance at the theater. The long-awaited anime of Idolmaster Million Live. Yeah, they've been on this one for a while, but it's finally coming out. I'll probably go ahead and check that out and see where it goes. Whew, I think we're getting slowly through all of them. Alright, Potion Danomi de Ikino Bimasu. Jumendo Studios. I shall survive using potions. Nagase Koaru, a 22-year-old office lady, suddenly finds herself reincarnated in another world. Here's the isekais we were missing. To help her survive in this world, a being that amounts to its god gives Kaoru a younger body and the ability to make insanely overpowered potions. The reincarnated Kaoru must use her knowledge and cheatery to survive. Pretty generic. Not sure I'll check it out yet. It's pretty low on here on the popularity. I don't know. The art style looks pretty generic even from the get-go. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. 16-bit sensation, another layer. We're kind of just going quicker towards the end here. So it looks like this one is missing a synopsis. So, comedy slice of life. I might be able to pull it up on my anime list. 1 second. Alright, here we are. 16-bit sensation, another layer on my anime list now. Devote your youth to developing a lovely Bishoujo game that will make players fall in love. Makeo Uhara, college student, began working part-time at a computer store in 1992. Okay. However, behind the scenes, the shop was an erotic game maker, specializing in Bishoujo games. Makeo, a talented artist, is suddenly hired as a substitute graphic designer after the staff flees, even though she has never drawn an R18 illustration before. I don't know. Who knows, man? It might be fun. Kind of skip through some. Apparently Beyblade's getting another one. I know they had a long-running one going for the same characters for a while. It looks like they're now changing the characters up and even the art style. Beyblade X. So hey, if you're still interested in watching Beyblade, new season, new series, I think, essentially. Cosme Bird, aiming to become a professional, meets former champion Kurosu EX, also known as Common X, and forms a team so that they can aim for the top of the X Tower. But what awaits them there is a spectacular battle that no one has ever seen before. The yet unseen X, the super accelerated, extreme Beyblade runs through a new era. If you like Beyblade, still interested in Beyblade, there you go. And lastly, second season of Kizuna no Aou, which nobody expected to really get. And it's probably why it's at the bottom of the list. It wasn't very popular. I'm not sure if I'll check it out. I finished season 1, but it again wasn't the most fun thing in the world. So we'll see where it goes. If I don't watch it, I don't watch it. But surprisingly, it was one of those few that I didn't really enjoy as much and kind of held off on finishing until quite towards the end. So with that, it looks like we covered all of the new maybe sequels of anime. Obviously, we're gonna have some continued, like Jujutsu Kaisen, which has been going very well, very fun, very interesting. I've heard really good things about this arc, so we have that. There's not much else to say, just I'll be watching quite a few of these sequels, like Eminence and Shadow Season 2. I'll probably check out Shield Hero Season 3 to see where it goes. Dr. Stone, of course. Frin, yep. And some of these other ones in here, there's a lot more romantic comedy, villainous, Vexations of the Vampire, definitely check that out. I thought there was a lot more, but it seems like not as many good anime this season as I thought there would be. Well, probably going into 2024, we'll get a lot more. I think that's all I can really say here. So to wrap this up, thank you guys all for watching. Leave your comments below on what kind of anime you plan to watch for the fall 2023 anime season, and kind of just discard, discussion below.